We made a lot of researches, around 500 hours of researches into our archives and to be able to reproduce that pattern.
Welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube, where the watches are the stars. And today my star is Christian Saint-Mony.
Hello Alex, how are you? Good this morning.
Good to see you. He is Heritage and Style Director of...
You're right.
Heritage and Style Director of Vacheron Constantin. It is a job I would like to have too, because this is just beautiful. It's just taking care of nice things.
It's a good summary of my job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're taking care of nice things, you show nice things, you talk to the press.
Well, this we will see.
I know, I've seen it already. Christian, Vacheron Constantin is celebrating 270 years. What have you been preparing in the background for this little celebration of 270 years?
Yes, Alex. As you are mentioning, so this is a great year for us because we are celebrating this very special anniversary. So we are preparing this year since quite a lot of time. Actually, I should say that we started already the anniversary in January with a kind of very, I would say, expected novelty, the 222 in steel. So I think it was a highly expected timepiece. As you know very well, so we launched that timepiece in 2022, however, in yellow gold.
Excuse me, there's a video online. We too present that watch, just in case you haven't seen it.
Yeah. So why did we decide to do it in yellow gold in 2022? Because we wanted, to have a kind of, I would say, tribute to this flamboyant decade, the 70s, where we used to wear our watches in yellow gold on yellow bracelet with yellow dial. So that was a great success. And we decided to launch as well, probably the most sought after model of the 222, which is obviously the so-called jumbo 37mm, this time in steel, with the signature blue dial.
Stunning, beautiful. You know, guys, I love blue. It's my watch, once again. No, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, nice. We haven't seen it before. I didn't touch it before, first time. It's beautiful. Wow, nice.
Thank you, Alex.
And I think you did it in steel because it is, in some of the countries, it's getting dangerous to wear gold watches. You have the problem, if you have a full gold watch on your wrist, that might be dangerous, and this is quite decent. Only the connoisseur will know what you have.
Exactly.
It's more decent. So
exactly.
It's not a question of price. For a Vacheron Constantin client, if he wants the watch, he can...
But you're right. But I think also it makes full sense to make it in steel because, as I said before, also this is the 222 that everyone thinks about, the one in steel. And yes, it's an alternative to yellow gold for people who would like to have, let's say, a more casual way to wear the 222.
These days, I wouldn't dare anymore, even in my hometown, to wear a full gold watch because, times have changed, unfortunately. So, but this is a piece that is really,
Okay.
Boom.
And so...
this was the start.
Yes, in January. So obviously, Alex, we are going to celebrate this anniversary, I would say, all along the year. So our second stop is Watches and Wonders, obviously. For Watches and Wonders, actually, we came with novelties which are in two collections or product offer of Vacheron Constantin. First one I'd like to start with is our department of unique pieces, which is Les Cabinotiers, that you know very well. Yeah. We came with, I would say, total 4 unique watches. Let me start maybe with the 3 Métiers watches that we have. We decided to create 3 unique watches, which are paying tribute to 270 years of fine watchmaking at Vacheron Constantin. So these watches are self-winding 40mm officer case back. We decided to celebrate different decorative crafts. So one of the watches is fully hand engraved in relief with a reproduction of the Tour de Lille, which is at the center of Geneva and which is one of our birthplaces. The second timepiece has the same subject. This time it's a combination of guilloche, I would say, but figurative guillochage, which is very nice, mixed with miniature and translucent enamel. And the last one is 100% made of miniature painting enamel with a reproduction of the Tour de Lille as well. So obviously, I would say, if I may say, the star of the show at Vacheron Constantin this year, another timepiece from Les Cabinotiers, and this is Solaria. So Solaria is the result of 8 years of work from one single master watchmaker and engineer who designed that timepiece from scratch, and he made everything except the finishing on the movement that was given to our colleagues at the finishing department. So the idea behind the Solaria is really, we wanted to have as many complications as possible in a wristwatch, but we wanted that timepiece to be still wearable and readable. That was really the beginning of the story. So the result is that we have a timepiece which is 45mm diameter and a little bit less than 15mm thick,
15.
15, yes. And so we have 1,521 components inside, which is almost the double of the Tour de Lille from 2005, which had 16 complications only. We have 13 patents, which are related to the movement. And you know, Alex, most of these patents, they are related to the need to rethink or reinvent complications, because we wanted to have this watch still compact and, not too large. There are a lot of things to discuss about this timepiece, a lot of innovations in terms of technical watchmaking.
What we should do maybe in the future is another video concerning this watch specific to it.
Yeah.
Because I heard that it can even predict when stars appear on the sky.
Yeah.
And such incredible things no one has seen before.
No, true.
There's only one made. It's like a shrine when you come in. Everybody's...
No, but we'll make some place.
Yeah, we'll make some place. So this is the only way we can get hands view on it.
Yeah.
But maybe we can figure out something in a year later during the year, and then we can go into details.
It would be a pleasure for me. Not going too much in detail about Solaria, but I would like to add as well, speaking about the design. Sometimes these ultra grand complications, they look like sometimes, kind of museum watches, slightly large. And sometimes, such watches, they are decorated with hand engraving, for example, or sometimes gem setting, just to, enhance the complexity of the watch. In the case of the Solaria, the design is very strict. It's a very modern, very simple design, if I may say, in terms of case. The dials are really readable. So that was really what I said at the beginning, something we wanted. So I think it's, in a way, showing possibly how we will, in the future, express grand complications at Vacheron Constantin, so in a modern, almost avant-garde way.
41 complications, how many? 1,000?
1,521. Yeah, which is a lot.
Maybe someone of you wants to calculate 40. What was the diameter? 45 millimeters?
Yeah, but the movement, let's talk about the movement maybe. The movement is 36 millimeter of diameter and 10.96 of total thickness.
Okay, someone may calculate how many parts per square millimeters and so on. Maybe you can add it in the comment section. Oh my goodness. And now we touch watches.
Definitely. We decided to dedicate these watch and wonders to our classic lines, so Traditionnelle and Patrimony. If you allow me, I will introduce you all the design codes for the anniversary, because we really wanted to celebrate this anniversary with exclusively limited editions here at Watches and Wonders. Alex, quite a hard work on these limited editions in terms of identity. We didn't want, basically, allow me to say that, just to stamp a 270 logo on the watch face or something like that. Not at all. So what we did, we have different codes. I see that you are looking at the movements. All the movements of the Traditionnelle and Patrimony for the anniversary. As you can see, they don't have anymore the classic Geneva stripe or Côte de Genève.
Yes, I was just going to ask the question, what happened to your decorations?
Yeah.
Sparkling reflection of lights coming through the light here, so you found something particular.
Yes, we found something. We have been turning our eyes to the past. I would say some 100 years ago, we used to have quite a lot of different finishings on our movement. Notably, we have been using different kind of stripes, and we decided to reuse what we call the côte unique in French, or single stripe.
Single stripe.
So in other words, this is a kind of a huge Geneva stripe, which is covering the whole movement. It's a very subtle finishing. If you turn the watch under the light, you can see the circular motion of the single stripe, which is a very sophisticated and delicate finishing. It was a kind of finishing that its know-how was lost some decades ago. We made a lot of researches, around 500 hours of researches into our archives, and to be able to reproduce that pattern. Yeah.
500 hours of research to do?
Yeah, we had also to redo tools, manual driving tools to do it. So I think the result is super fine in the sense that...
I'm trying to reproduce what you are saying by playing around with the watch in the light.
You can.
And I agree, this is really stunning, and this was the first impression. The light is reflected in a way from a movement I haven't seen for a long time.
Yeah, okay, great. In addition, Alex, this kind of pattern also enhances also the end beveling and chamferining by contrast. So I think it's a very interesting decoration.
Let me interrupt this video for a short moment, please. We need you to join our community on our website, www.watchadvisor.com. You can now discover more content. We are going to create forums. We have discussions. You can share stuff. You can come in discussion with me. We're going to present you more insights, more in-depth videos, more in-depth information, and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's all about watches. WatchAdvisor is the name. I am the watch advisor, you know that. This was the reason I'm interrupting this video, and now enjoy the rest of it.
500 hours of research.
Yeah, research and testings, obviously. If you look at the dials, if you want.
Let's turn it around.
So you can see the second design code, which is on all the watches of the anniversary in both lines. So this is a very special decoration on the watch face. On this timepiece, so this is a gold dial with a hand guillochage. As we know, so a guillochage or guilloche, usually it's quite a conservative kind of decoration. You know, you have Claude Paris, Vieux Panier, all these kind of traditional patterns. Here, our master guillocher, together with our designer, they decided to find a pattern which is starting from Maltese cross, and which is spreading, lines are spreading all across the dials. So I think it's a very, once again, a very modern, very interesting, very different kind of pattern.
I see.
And also it has fantastic reflections when you put it in front of the light.
Yes. If you change the angle a little bit, you discover different executions. Now I have a stripe that goes from 8 o'clock towards 3 o'clock all across the dial. Very nice.
Yeah, and it's usually, you know, for this kind of decoration, you start your pattern at the center of the dial or sometimes at 6 o'clock.
Wow.
Here it's really
Maltese cross.
Yes, very much. Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
So it's a perpetual calendar tourbillon watch.
So let's come back to the watch. So it's a new self-winding tourbillon with perpetual calendar. Peripheral rotor. So obviously we have been using our self-winding tourbillon as base movement, and we have a perpetual calendar. We decided also to have a good readability. As we know, this is something which is crucial when we speak about perpetual calendar.
I just wanted to say this. I do very positively have to remark that readability and the contrast is really good, and I wouldn't dare to read it without glasses, but with glasses, one glance, you know, it's Sunday, then it's March, and it's the 22nd here. That's already something, and you even can easily discover the first year of the leap year. So.
No, I think you're pointing on something which is highly important for us, this notion of readability. So that's why we have a font which is very clear, which is very readable.
And stays very classic.
And stays very classic. Thank you so much.
No, we have to.
Yeah. So 127 watches, limited, numbered for the anniversary.
Beautiful.
42 millimeter diameter. Because of readability.
No discussion about diameter when it comes to readability. I think
you're right.
Add a millimeter more. Don't worry about 41 or 42 millimeters just because you have to be more smaller. Everybody wants to get small. If watches aren't readable anymore, why are you buying it?
I agree with you.
Why are you buying a watch if you can't read what it's indicating?
It makes sense.
No, but I agree. Very well done, guys.
Okay, shall we carry on? We will still stay in the traditional collection. And this time we decided to work on very different approach concerning the dials.
Wow.
What we call open-faced timepieces. So we have 3 of them for the anniversary. To start with this one, again, our automatic tourbillon, 31 days retrograde date, which is, as you know, Alex, one of our technical signatures. The idea behind having open-face dial is really to showcase to our clients and friends the retrograde system, its complexity, its beauty, and of course the finishing.
So I expect all the future owners of this watch, the 31st at midnight, to be there with the magnifying glasses to see when the little nose jumps down from the snail and whoop!
Nice back, sure. So,
cinema for the wrist. Hey guys, this is beautiful.
41 millimeter. All of them, they are 41 millimeter. Again, we decided to go exclusively for platinum. So we will have 370 examples of this one. The one that you have in your hand is the complete calendar with the moon phases. Also in the open work version, platinum as well. Also the pattern that we discussed about. You can see something that potentially you will appreciate. You will let us know. You see that we have days and months which are engraved on 2 sapphire crystals. And in order to have a good readability, behind the 2 sub-counters, we have a dark blue sub-dial.
It is not disturbing the view on the dial, but when it comes to show what it has to show,
by contrast, you see it.
Dark blue rectangle part of the dial highlights then Friday, April. Readability is good. I can read
I think it's so. Yeah, great.
And you showcase once again what is essential with the calendar. So really people can take their magnifying glasses and discover step by step and try to understand what's happening underneath the dial.
Exactly, that's the point.
Nice playing. That's cool. Love it. At the first glance, you have to get used to the architecture because you think, oh, they forgot to fill up the dial. just discovered it now as a, oops, what's this? But once you go a little bit closer, then it's really cool.
Honestly, you get used super quickly to this kind of
And
display.
it's really showcasing what the watch is doing, what you normally don't
Exactly.
see. I think this must be the most spectacular one because you have that snail and it
Yeah, sure.
ding, 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 and then the little nose boop, drops and that whap goes. I love
And
it.
you see that on the background we have also the finishing on the plate.
Is it the same finish? No.
No, it's a very, very, very delicate satin finish. It's not sandblasted.
But it's absorbing light.
Yes, it's
And
contrasting
this is,
very much.
This
That's
is very good.
This is a new perpetual calendar, self-winding. This is a classic, I would say, perpetual calendar, with the exception of, once again, we have the retrograde date. Again, because this is one of our technical signatures. But in addition, Alex, as we know, so having a retrograde date is a much more sophisticated way to express it, and it's more readable when you compare with the sub-dial with the dragging system.
Very nice. All the calendar functions are being shown through that sapphire crystal discs. The problem is now, if you think that this is the cool watch, and then the most essential part, the retrograde mechanism, is not visible, so you have to go for both of them.
That sounds like a plan.
So here you see the perpetual calendar mechanism, and then you see the retrograde mechanism. So it's probably, you should reserve for people who buy this one, also the other one.
We will see.
And the decoration, again, this
Always.
500 hours research.
yeah.
What was the name?
Code unique.
Code unique. You have,
Or
to, you have to
unique-
now memorize this, and in
Unique
English
stripe.
you translate.
I would say unique stripe. Sounds good.
Memorize this new kind of decorations. Code unique brought back by Vacheron. 500 hours of research for just the decoration.
Research and technique.
This is mine. This is really.
Alexander.
Oh la
So
la.
let's stay in the traditional collection.
Oh, this is beautiful. Yes.
And so we have
Oh la la.
we have a very simple timepiece, 38 millimeter.
This is gorgeous.
We will do it in rose gold and in platinum, the one that you have in your hand. We have this beautiful pattern. On that timepiece, it really shines because the whole dial is covered with the pattern. It has really a very special personality.
Wow, wow, wow. As you said, the Maltese cross being positioned at 730. And then from this Maltese cross, all the different stripes go. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Less is more,
Less-
hand-wound movement, that particular decoration,
Yes.
code unique once again.
Yes.
The more I look at it and the more I play around in the light, the more I start loving it because it's transforming or changing the view on a movement in a way we are not used to see it. At first sight, it looks, sorry if I say cheap, as if they would have not done something.
Yeah.
But more you go and more you see what comes back from the dial and what you see and the reflections and then the angles, polished angles. That's incredible.
370 for each color, platinum and rose. Yeah.
Rose gold. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Last but not least, some
Patrimony, yeah.
retrograde.
Yeah.
Ah, you see. I
Okay.
knew that.
So a couple of watches for Patrimony too. So we decided also to celebrate the anniversary for Patrimony, especially I would say the 31 days retrograde model with moon phases. This is a model which gains a lot of success. We all know that we have a trend for watches becoming smaller, but we don't have to forget that we still have a lot of clients who love this kind of, bold expression. I think as well, Alexander, that the patterns, once again, gives a lot of attraction to this timepiece and changes very much its appearance.
These watches offer you the possibility to play around the whole day with them.
Yeah, potentially, yes.
Take the ones with the open dials. Really, this is once you get bored in your office and once your Zoom calls are done and once you have your coffee break.
Yeah, that sounds like
to
a
cool
plan.
down, you just take your watch and observe it for some hours, discover some new little details, and you will be doing this for, I'd say, a long, long time.
This is the 40 millimeter self-winding Patrimony because we wanted also to offer to our clients and our friends not only the manual winding but also the self-winding simple watch.
And all codes respected, the length of the hands
Yes.
is respected, everything proportionally. That's Vacheron Constantin.
270 for each model.
My goodness. Beautifully done. And you're continuing the whole year presenting new stuff?
Oh, the whole year, not
but you
not
said this is
exactly
just
the
the
whole year.
beginning.
Yes. So next step will be certainly after the summer break.
Maybe you are announcing the Super Solaria just end of the year concerning not 1,500 but 3,000 components
Yeah.
and not 41 complications but 82 complications.
That would be a big challenge. But yes, September, this is the birthday month, September. So certainly we might come with something in addition in September. And why not finish the year with a firework?
And you know that you are the oldest manufacturer.
Yes, we know. Thank you. Yep.
You know that.
Actually, yes.
Uninterrupted. Uninterrupted. There's someone else claiming, and doubts have come up. I don't want to discuss this. It's not my.
No, but for sure.
No, but you are the oldest manufacturer
without any stop.
Any interruption.
Yeah, sure.
It's no doubt.
So let's carry on for another 270 years.
I always told that also years before that you are the oldest manufacturer.
Thank you.
No, but that's it.
Agreed.
Beautifully done, guys.
Thank you, Alex. Always a pleasure.
Let me just ask, how long did it take? That it was one engineer and
Solaria.
Solaria. It was the same guy who
thought about it,
designed
it. I would say from the conception point of view.
How long did it take him?
8 years.
8 years?
Yep.
Wow. He must be a genius. How old is the guy?
40 something.
Okay.
Not more than that.
I thought it's more about the 50s, 60s, just before retiring, bringing all his knowledge, like down in one.
Hopefully not. Let's say.
So if he is able to do this, what is he then able to do in the future?
That's the question, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
For the celebration of 280 years, it will bring that watch I was talking.
Let's meet again.
Superstar Christian Selmoni with me presenting those watches. Happy birthday, guys!
Thank you, Alex.
Chapeau to you. Well done, nicely done. If you have questions about the watches, let me know. If I can't answer, I will forward to Christian. He will forward back, and then we will play around. He is the man. If you have any questions about Vacheron Constantin, he is the man.
Please do.
Shall we say goodbye now?
Yes, we can.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot for watching the video on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. And if you think that this is your channel, please check out our website, WatchAdvisor.com, and especially our community section on our website to really get in touch with us, to share lots of things. You will get more detailed information about the watch industry, in-depth videos. More fun will happen there. So if you're interested, have a look at WatchAdvisor.com.